Alright, y'all, so tried to stream earlier today and it crashed and failed, so hopefully the stream can kind of work. I decided to just go ahead and switch it to a vertical stream, because why not? Hey, yeah, so it's a vertical stream now. I don't think, I don't know. I just don't think it would do well. What's up, Pip? Welcome to the stream. So we're just gonna go ahead and do that because it's late right now. Alright, so I'm just gonna have this. And I feel like I should make it more red, but why not? So I'm just gonna have it expand on like both directions. Yeah, so basically it's just gonna have this one just moving in, zooming, kind of like this. And then let's just have some of these like tendrils on this side. Just to show him Patrick like on his way, kicking through all that meat. And let's actually change that to brush tool. Just to get a slight more bit of detail. Yeah, so anyways. Let's just do that. Then I could just have it connect just a little bit here. I think that would be interesting. And then just have some more here. Alright, so that should be kind of like the prompt with the starfish. So it's having like two starfish separating against each other. Since, to my knowledge, starfish are like single-celled organisms in the way they reproduce, meaning that they just split apart and create more starfish. So, just having just little bits of meat, little parts, and then they'll just grow. It's just what I'm going for, at least. Let's see, am I being heard, maybe? I think. And the music's there too. Alright, excellent. Alright, so let's go ahead and keep it going. I think this should be good. So I might move on to the next subject. Maybe. But yeah. Be sure to like if you like what's going on here so far. Patrick being ripped apart. And so let's go ahead and do this right here. And I think that's enough blood and guts for right now. Or I could make it a little bit more red. Alright, so I think that looks pretty good. Alright, so I think I can say that part is complete. So let's go to trees. Let's go to the list. And let's see, where was starfish? Where was starfish? Alright. By the way, I also did these two, like, in the stream just before this one. This one was thin. This one is mustache. Right there, starfish. Check. Alright, so let's go with, let's see, what should we go with? Let's go with heavy. Alright, let's do heavy. Y'all already know I'm gonna make someone fat. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's go. This is enough room for a fat person. Alright, heavy. Let's do this. Alright, so. So, oh, I know. So we're just gonna do this. I'm gonna make an elephant man creature. Alright, anyways. Let's move this down to here a little bit. Alright, so let's move this to about here. Don't need it to go like the whole way. Alright, so let's have just some claws to go about here, here, and here. This should be good. Now, how does that work with him like being an elephant person, where he's basically standing on his claws the whole time? I don't know, but it does make it look a little bit more interesting. So let's go ahead and do that. It's actually, I undo. There we go. Let's do that. Make it go about here and here. Alright, so let's do that. And this. Let's actually have this right here too. So let's do this. And hopefully it comes across that this is an elephant. It will make more sense once I do the trunk and stuff. Actually, I should do the trunk first. Oh well. I'm just gonna keep going where I'm going with this. Okay, so there we go. Alright, so just gonna have this right here. And this right here. There we go, and there we go. Alright, excellent. Feel like I should add a thumb, but I don't think I'm going to just yet, at least. Let's add a slight hump to him. Alright, so let's do this for the trunk. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's actually erase a little bit of that. I'm gonna make some giant tusk right here. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's do this one first since it should be mildly easier. So let's do that right here. Alright. I wonder if I should color this while I'm going along. Alright. That would be too much of a hassle to go and repaint it and stuff. Alright, so let's see. Let's go ahead and do that. And then let's see, how would that look there? Yeah, that works. Okay, so let's go ahead and make the eraser before. And there we go. Erase. Just erasing some mistakes. Alright, that's good. That is good. Alright, let's actually put this to 2. Line tool. There we go. Just to have it poking out a tad. And that should be fine too. Right, so that's good right there. Let's go ahead and change it to the body. So we're actually gonna make some tiny beady eyes. Hopefully like invoke like a sense of creepiness to it. Let's also add like ears on this side. Undo. And let's also make the nose just slightly, the trunk slightly better. So let's increase that to 5. Alright, excellent. Let's also get rid of this line on the ear since it's in the back. And now I believe I'm ready to color it. Yeah, so let's do that. Like that. Alright. I think let me just do the leg at the back. It ain't much, so that should be good enough. There we go. Alright, so let's make this kind of like a mix between human and elephant. So an elephant would kind of be like this color. So let's add like a little bit more pink into it. So I guess that works. You can add like stuff to make it more veiny and stuff. So let's do that. I guess the ears could be a little bit lighter. So let's just do that and that. Let's do the tusks right now. Just do a complete white. Alright, so there we go. So let's do that and that. And decrease the line to 2. Let's do this and that. Let's also add some lines to the trunk right here. Alright, so let's also add stuff to make it a little bit more veiny. So let's go with pink lines, but let's lower the opacity. Actually, red lines. That was a time in history where, like, red lines used to be used to discriminate, like, black folks from getting house payments and loans and stuff. It was an unfortunate time in history. Anyways, that was called redlining. This doesn't really have anything to do with the video. I just said red line and it reminded me of that. So I decided to say it. I don't really have much to say when it comes to these kinds of things. So I figured, why not? Let's just announce it. Alright. That doesn't look right. Let's make it darker. Right, so let's just do that. And this. Would it need to be veiny? I mean, I do have 31 golds right here. So, probably not. Alright, so let's do that. Sorry, I think my microphone hit the tin. Alright, anyways. But yeah, I'll probably end up covering the entire tin, so I'm just gonna finish that one like right here. I think that's fine. You're just gonna stay silent and hopefully this will go away. Oh, it's pretty good. So like, oh hi, hi Abdul. How are you today? My voice is a bit glitchy. If it is, very sorry about that. I don't know how to fix it. I'm gonna fix it. So what is team timing? So let's go ahead and just write that down. Let's go with Scorpio because even though today is second 20, I don't know what that word means. Right. So let's go here. The glitch is getting horrible. So many folks decide to come on as it started to glitch. Or it was much better earlier, but then it started glitching. Very sorry about that. But oh, everything's moving fine, so the glitch should be gone now. Alright, excellent. Alright, I'm not sure if you heard me before, but what's up? Welcome to the stream, Abdul. My teeth are hurting. So that's unfortunate for me, but it is what it is. Ooh, the end times music of the Outer Wilds. And now that the glitch is gone, people left. I ought to just stick with the glitch. Like, what the? Alright, well, that's fine. So let's just go ahead and leave that there. Alright, so. Alright, so what I'm thinking is Like, I'm gonna try to draw like a demon accepting a deal or something like that. But I'm going to see if I can make it into specifically Alistair from Hasbin Hotel. Now, I don't really do references on here, so I'm just gonna draw him from memory and hope for the best. Let's see. By the way, that's the playlist currently. Alright. That's fine. Alright, so. Alright, where was I? Can I be a mod, please? No. I don't really know it like that just well. I'm sorry about that. Maybe one day. I'm just gonna make this guy like a generic demon. I'm gonna aim for him looking like Alistair, but like I said, I'm not gonna use a reference whatsoever. I just don't really know you. That's the only reason. Alistair, I mainly remember him for his amazing teeth, so I'm just gonna focus on the teeth rather than the eyes. And get rid of that. Yeah, but the main reason is that I don't really know yet. It could just be like a troll or something. Sup, Solar Chopper, welcome to the stream. Oh, also, sup, your. Oh, bye. Hi, your face. Alright. So, I'm just gonna have that. Have that. And then we're gonna just make it nice and kind of sickly yellow looking. The F was that sound? Did the glitch come back? Alright. Doesn't seem like it. Alright. So just gonna have this. Right now I'm doing the prompt known as deal. You can see that right here. Maybe I should leave that on the stream. Offended. Webtoon. Oh, that's cool. Just finished your webtoon. Oh, thank you, Solo. Yeah, like I released like a bunch of different comics, but I haven't really finished any of them, sadly. Alright, let's see. Where was I? Alright, yes. And I knew I was making a mistake with Alistair. His monocles, they don't cover his eye at all. It's just something at the bottom here. Sad face, sad face, sad face. Oh, just take Alistair's advice. Just give a smile. Alright, so here we go. Let's just do that. Click, 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 click. Click, click, click. So, I actually can't remember Alistair having a nose, but I'm just gonna put him in one anyway. Like I said, this is completely from memory. I am getting so many stuff wrong without a doubt. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just do my own 10 with him. So let's see, let's do that, and then I'm gonna make the eyes orange on the inside. Because that would be neat. By the way, it has been... That you, Maddie True? Oh, what's up, Maddie True? Welcome to the stream. In the stream that I did, like, an hour or two ago, there was someone, like, with a similar name to you. Their name was, Chew. It was just Chew, but, it reminded me of your name, like the last part. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Hey, anyways, let's see. Let's actually have the hair kind of like this, and like this. All right. If I remember correctly, the hair was kind of like this, with some fluffy ears on top. Right now, I'm attempting to make Alistair for Promptober. I don't know if I'm doing it correctly. I'm likely not. Right, so I'm just gonna do that. In fact, I think it was deer ears, but that is close enough for me. By the way, how are you, manager? But yeah, this is the prompt, the deal. Excuse me. And so we got that, and then that's also this. That Alistair Gas. Can you do my fave character, Hux, please? Yeah, I could have him like making the deal with Husk too. Yeah, I'm doing stuff for Promptober at the moment. I was sleepy as heck earlier. Then I fell asleep for 10 minutes and woke back up. So I assume I will be falling asleep again in 20 more minutes or so. But anyways, let's make his horns. I was about to say let's make him something, but that would have been inappropriate. And I luckily caught myself before saying such things. Actually, his horns go the other way around. So let's do that. And then I'm gonna do Husk. By the way, I'm doing this from memory, so don't expect it to look exactly like the characters. It's gonna look completely separate. But yeah, I am doing my best though. So the best is the best that I can do. At least that's what they say. So let's go ahead and do that. Do that. And then do this. And do that. And then do this. There we go. And there we go. Right. This is for your character Husk. Alright. You will in just a bit. I'm just gonna do this guy's like, what do they call it? I think it's an ascot or something. Some kind of rich peopleton. Alright, so just do that and that. And he's very skinny, so we're just gonna have him be kind of like this and like this. Like so. Then just gonna have just the arms go down here, shoulders here, and then I will draw Alistair. I mean, Husk. Right now. Alright, so he's just gonna be shaking hands with Husk. Let's do Husk hand, and then just have him reaching out. Alright, so 3 fingers should be good. Alright, so let's have Alistair's bony fingers coming about here. Alright, so let's do that, that, and that. That should connect it enough. At least it's connecting it enough for my liking. Alright, so we're gonna do that. So let's actually move them over slightly so I can have enough room to make Husk. Alright, so let's move that there. Okay. Alright, so I'm doing all of this from memory. So if I get it close or at least you like it, then please like the stream because it helps it get more popular. Do you somewhat remember what Husk looked like? Yeah, I remember it somewhat. And it's gonna be extra hard because I'm actually going to be doing like a side view of him. So we're gonna do that. But yeah, I'm just doing this from memory because I can't look anything up right now. I can't remember if his teeth was yellow or not. I think it just wasn't as yellow as Alistair's. So let's just make it kind of like a real pale yellow. Like this is kitchen yellow. You wouldn't even notice it was yellow. So we got that right there. What I do remember about Alistair, Husk, I always get those mixed up, is his eyes. Because he always had these eyes. I believe he had like these nice little whiskers to him. Like not whiskers, but like, the heads that they have like at foxes and stuff. Right. But what I do vaguely remember, because like I said, I don't remember much. I haven't seen the show in 2 months. And and he was not in this episode, but let's see. See, I vaguely remember him like being like that color eyed, let's do that. Then black in the middle. At least from what I remember. Alright, so let's see. Let's see. Actually, no, I think it may have been red. Alright, so let's go ahead and change that to red. Alright, so that's good. Alright, so we got that basically. Let's go ahead and do the ears. Oh my, that is way too skinny. Alright, so let's do this. By the way, Maddie, too, I also did like a stream a little bit earlier where I basically did this, but like very similar. It wasn't like a vertical stream like it is now. It was what do they call it? Or normal live stream. I don't know why I was struggling to call it that. Anyways. But yeah, I'm sorry if he doesn't like come across like the actual Husk. Because like again, haven't seen it in very long. And I'm doing these mainly from memory. So I'm really very sorry about that. But let's see. That should be good from what I remember. And I think his head also goes to about like here. Like kind of like that. Hicks has a top hat and wins, if I remember. Yeah, I remember the wins. I just did not remember the top hat, but I will still add it, because why not? So let's do a nice top hat to about right here. Have it go down. Then have like a top hat go right here and here. I think a nice black top hat should be fine. But yeah, there's not really much of a time limit to this as long as it fits with one of the teams. Alright, so got that right here. Let's actually make this slightly shorter up there, and that should be good. Alright, so right, so I can't remember if they were like big wins or little wins. I feel like they would be big wins just based on the character. So I'm gonna draw them kind of in the middle. All I know for sure is I think the wins were like orange or something. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Then let's do the wins like a bit more outstretched over here. I feel like that would be too much to animate, so they definitely made these ones tinier. Yeah, it is a fizzy pop cartoon, and who knows? That's just all right. I'm just gonna ask something, but I will still keep doing the 10. That's a good song. All right, the glitch fixed itself, and I can now talk again. But it seems like folk always arrive when it starts glitching. So, all right. Anyways, I'll probably just not talk very much. It's time to help. Yeah, it was a big help, Manny. Too. Thank you for reminding me. If I remember correctly, the bow tie is red. And I think he did not wear any shoes. Let's actually erase a bit of that so it looks like it's going in from there. As soon as the robot voice left, so did the people. That's weird. For some reason, they seem to enjoy the robot voice. I don't know why. So, and it's not like I can recreate it. And so, if I remember correctly, he had a tail as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add that. Alright, so let's add this. Add that in there. Forgot what his tail fully looked like. Yeah, me too for the most part. I believe I got it pretty close. But hey, it's not like it has to be fully accurate, so it's all good. Since these are like more like detailed, maybe I can make this into like a short or something. Could be interesting. Anyways, this is like the deal. You know what? Seeing that this is like a VisiPop show, I should probably make this character slightly more skinny. Because for some reasons he doesn't put any like regular size characters in this show. Anyways, let's just go ahead and do that. I mean, like, this is like a normal sized person, like in my humble opinion. But like, look at what's your face VisiPop like usually makes the characters. It's like this spindly twig-like creatures. Alright, let's just have his hands go up to right here. Actually, I'll do that part later. Alright, so we have this. In fact, this could be your version of them, so it's not fully copyrighted original designs. Yeah, most definitely. So we have this right here. To be honest, this version of Alistair kind of looks like a mix between the human version and the demon version. So you have that right here. And boom and bam. Let's get like the Invader Zim boots here. I don't know for certain, but I think Pop once said that like the art style of herself is like based off of the art style of Invadeism. And Invadeism was an awesome show. So yeah, it's a pretty good art style. So let's just have this. Have these all spindly hands right here. Yeah, I feel like this stretches out much more. So we're just gonna do that. That should be good. Gotta make sure to connect everything so it doesn't fill up the entire box. So that should be good. Let's do this here. But yeah, we could just call these the dollar store versions of them. You know what? I'm gonna give myself some credit. I'm gonna say they're the $5 store versions. Not quite like them, but pretty good. Like OCs or stuff, basically. Love Husk and Alistair. They look good. And do you allow other Halloween prompts? Yeah, I'm actually doing all of the ones from Inktober. This specific one is number 18, the deal. So it's technically tomorrow's prompt, but I'm planning on hopefully doing all of these tonight. And if not tonight, maybe, just maybe tomorrow. And yeah, I got all of the space to fill up. So these are the ones that I have so far. This is heavy. This is Starfish with Patrick divided into two. Like it may add like a bit more redness to that. This is Mustache. This one's my least favorite one. I made this when I was sleepy. I don't think I would have done much better fully awake, but as you can see with like this one and this one, I am doing much better fully awake. But then this one is the first one that I did. Alright, so anyways, I think I may have like green smoke coming out of them, but I'm not gonna do all of that just yet. I'm actually gonna focus on making this one similar. Right, so the eyes here are kind of like that, and then if I remember correctly, the eyes of here are bright yellow. Then his monocle, it's around that level of golden. Then it just circled back to that. Alright, let's see. Let's also have a bit of blue. I was gonna make that lighter, but I really like that color right there. And apparently Alistair was something called Creole. I'm not sure what that is, but apparently that's Southern. And so I want this to be slightly more white, but also slightly darker. So kinda like that. That's about what I remember. But yeah, Maddie, true. Like you should do like one of these like one day, like just like do a whole bunch of like Inktober stuff, but only when you have the time. Right now, I just have the time at the moment. Right, so let me do this, and I think I'm gonna go back and do his arms. Excuse me. but just watched the TV show and it was a pretty cool episode. Right, so let's go ahead and erase that. And I think this is a better arm than what was before. By the way, Maddie True, you never believe what they did. They had the nerve to disable ad blocks on Google Chrome. I think that's some BS right there. I would, but I feel like I'm late to do it this year. Hey, I just started doing these today. I haven't done any of them at all whatsoever. The point is just to have fun, and the way I'm doing it, I'm just gonna do as many as I can in one day. I'm not gonna stick with like any schedule for a daily challenge or anything like that. It's gonna have me some fun. Oh, I like that song. But yeah, this song is from a game called The Outer Wilds. It has been known to like help people like grieve and stuff, like grieve over their existence. It's a really artistic game. And so let's see. Just doing what I vaguely remember. I have not paid attention to this man's suits at all. I think they have stripes somewhere. So, just gonna do that. And there we are, stripes. I remember those being kind of like black voids. Here's kind of like a black void too, but not particularly. So let's just add that here. Oh my. Alright, so that's good. It's fine to do it late, then I guess. I could if I tried. Yeah, but like, don't need to push it or overdo it. Just do it if it. This looks more like a rabbit than a cat, doesn't he? Like Husk. He looks more like a rabbit, doesn't he? I feel like he does. I'm not sure how I fixed that. Maybe I can lower the ears. But then again, Rabbit Husk, that does have a nice ring to it. You know what? I kind of like it. I'm going to let him... Even though he looks more like a cat in the show, I'm going to just take some creative liberty and make him more rabbit-like right there. Alright, so I'm going to do that. If I remember correctly, this was brown. Okay. Boom, 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 I don't think I did his suspenders right, but I think I'm gonna just keep it like that anyways. Like, if I wanted to do it correctly, the suspenders should go right here, and you know what, I actually like where it is better now, so yeah, let's just fix that. Let's just fix that quickly now. Quick. Alright, so let's do that. Let's actually do this and that. And just increase this to 7. Do this. Cut. Rabbit cat new species OC potential. Could make it into an OC. Yeah, I'll consider him an OC. An original character. For those that's not in the loop. And so, let's see. Yeah, all this like AI nonsense just keeps on popping up and shoving up and going all up in my face, all up in my grill, so to speak. And it is just so annoying. Ever so annoying. So, yeah, don't know how to stop it. But, yeah, so we're gonna do that. Let's do that. And then at the other side, he also has suspenders. And since this is more of like an OC, I'm just gonna make the pants dark green because they know every character is wearing an immense amount of red. Someone has to break the difference. They're playing the joke music, the Outer Wilds Joker music. Oh, I think the lag is back. Wait. Right. I lost the temper. Yeah, I don't want to lose all this progress, so I'm just going to save quickly. I know my voice is robotic. I'm just going to let it be for right now. We'll fix itself. Rabbit cat species. I don't know if it's already done, but it wasn't this new original species. Sounds cool. I can't wait to see your version, that'd be true. I think that seems to be moving fine. Let's see. Nope, it's glitching. Please see on this good. Be sure to say it again in case, just in case. Alright, that was a good zoom in. Alright, it appears I am back. Alright, so I might make my own rabbit cat species. I don't know if it is already done, but if it wasn't, the new original species. That sounds great, Maddie Chu, and I cannot wait to see it. I said that before, but I wasn't sure if you were able to, like, understand me, because the robot voice should have been apparent at the time. Oh, juice, I have. Thank you. Excuse me. I'm not gonna use, like, all whites instead demons. This is mainly because I can't be bothered to switch it. But, right there is fine, and right there is fine, too. I just like to add a little shine in their eyes. Now, it's nowhere near as an epic moment like it was in the show, but, that's the power of animation. Still image can still work wonders, but this specific still image is not. Thanks for repeating. No problemo, Maddie Chu. Yeah, I need to like Google and search like what makes my voice robotic, because it seems to be an issue no matter the internet or whatever it is. It just happens. So excuse me. I don't know why it happens, but it does. I tried looking it up before, but nothing of use came up, so here we are. And I was gonna make some green stuff, so let's just have this. Just have like little warm stuff here, or like symbols. I made the cool S. Don't think folks still do that anymore, but there it is, a cool S. Yeah. It's probably messed it up a little bit, but hey, it's fine. Let's do this. Yeah, I think that's good right there. Alright, so let's see. Deal is done for. Yeah. Alright, so got 5 or so far. Alright, so let's actually move this list down a tad. So let's go ahead, grab it, move it to about right here. That should be good. Should also give some room to do some more. So also not typing much. I'm a bit tired. And no worries, it's all good. As long as you're here, that's great. And if you ever feel like sleeping, hey, that's fine too. And so let's see, what prompt shall I do next? Technically, for me, ornate is still the word of the day. Issue is, I have never heard that word in my whole life, so I don't know what that is. I want to say it's some kind of ornament, but I don't know. But yeah, out of all these words, wondered which one I should do next. Like, I'm struggling with the concepts. Like, how will I make something puzzling? I could make like some unknown of crafting and horror or something, but That feels like very done, but who knows? Let's see. Three folks are watching. Shouldn't look at the screen for too long. Let's just choose one. I guess this can be considered a deer too, but not really. So let's just actually do a quick recap of what I did. So this one's the deal with Alistair and Husk shaking their hands. Stin, which is a hornet. Actually, fun fact about this, I actually made this guy in a sketchbook of mine. I don't have the sketchbook on me, so it's not an exact recreation, but it's from memory. Have the mustache. Basically having like each of these be kind of spooky. Starfish being ripped apart. He's naked. That's fine. I fall asleep while watching this. Sorry if I miss anything. It's all good, Maddie, too. No worries. Before you fall asleep, like, which prompt do you think I should do next? Personally, I don't really know. I think I'm gonna do Arctic. Alright, let's see. Let's do Arctic. I'm gonna make some killer penguins. It's gonna be excuse me, sorry. It's gonna be as the folk say it these days, it's going to be totally radical. Alright, so let's go ahead and copy down Arctic. And let's do it right there. Alright, Arctic or trunk? Right. Let's do Arctic. By the way, you would not believe how big this prompt list was. And I don't mean by the length of the list, but like the size of it. It took up the entire screen. I had to shrink it. I ought to shrink it a little bit more, but this is fine. Alright, so I'm gonna do like kind of a... Oh, that worked out perfectly. Right, so I'm just gonna have this. It's probably obvious. Wait, skeletal sounds kind of cool. Alright, I'll do skeletal in just a little bit. Actually, why not? Let's do it now. Since I want to like do something cool before like everything stops. Right, so we got that, got this. Let's just do a quick 10 right there, this, and that. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that, and let's just have... Well, I'm almost done with this, so let's just finish it off. Just doing a random gun. It's nothing specific. It's nothing that exists, by the way. It's a nice little gun. Alright, so it's gonna do that, this. Then we're gonna move on to skeletal. So let's do that. Alright. And for the prompt, I'm visiting an old Save Manny 2 skeletal in a skeletal costume or something. Alright, that sounds good. Alright, so let's see. Let's go ahead and make this green. Let's make this green and make some green. I'm not sponsored. Alright, anyways, let's go ahead and do this. Actually, it would be more heroic on the other side. Let's add like a slight amount of blue to them. Like military penguins, I just think that would be pretty spooky because they're like birds that can't fly with guns. That's just crazy to me. Alright, anyways, military penguins as part of the art. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab skeletal real quick. After giving a nice orange check to that, let's get skeletal. Copy that. Alright, so let's go ahead and move that guy right here. Don't know why I called Prince of Letters a guy, but that's fine. And so let's do that. In a skeleton costume. You know, a skeleton costume would be way easier to do. I had my mind on doing something way too difficult. Combining like the nose and the mouth to make kind of like a angry beaver looking look to her. Let's see. Let's actually have that go right here. Pikachu, maybe some blood or something. Like what I was thinking is maybe like the severed head, but like the rest of the body is like a skeleton. Like not like a severed head. The head is still connected to the body. It's just the body is just made of skeletons. So that was like planning on doing. But the skeleton costume might be easier. And so let's go ahead and do that. I remember back in the day, I used to make such violent animations. I need to get back into that. That was my wheelhouse. That was what I was good at. I was the king of creepy animations. Alright, so is it okay if I make your character into that? I like that idea. Alright. And so, just to clarify, it's fine that I do that, right? Because when it comes to other people's original characters, I don't want to like do violent stuff to it without permission. That's just a 10 of mine. But it sounds like you're fine with it, so I'm gonna I'm just gonna do it. All right. Now, do I know how to make a proper skeleton? No, but I'm gonna do my best. And so just gonna add like just some stuff to the rib cage the whole way down. I think 4 ribs should be fine. It's nowhere near enough ribs to be exact, but that's good for right now, at least. So we're gonna do that, do this, and do that.
These games are starting to
Like
feel
Spooky Tunes.
chores.
Me too. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that.
New game he found. Instead of just one world,
So that.
I'll have 3 as my playground.
And that. I always skip it when he talks. Alright, anyways. Suppose I should have the skeletons connect on this side. Include the bones on her tail. Will do. I was planning on like not having the bones have any blood on them, but I could add some if you like. Because I think the bones on its own are pretty spooky enough. At least it is for me. So we're gonna do that like that. Alright, so that looks good like that so far. I can actually color the lawn since I have the correct color at the moment. We are number one. We are number one, and we work together. Work together. I remember hearing that in an old children's television show, and I don't recall it at all. Spooky Pika Fox. Yep. I remember that, but I don't recall it. Does it ring a bell to you, Manichu? Like, just the sound of the song feels old to me. Alright, so let's see. Let's go ahead and do the pelvis. So, pelvis has like 2 holes in it. It's kind of like a corkscrew, like with a tinker toy. Right, so let's go ahead and do that. If I remember correctly, I think with legs, there's just 1 bone at the bottom foot. Bottom leg, I should say. Bottom half of the leg. Just gonna do that. And this. And we're just gonna go with those 2 for now for the leg. Yeah, number one from Lazy Town. Oh, that's where it's from. Yeah, I know it was from something. I just couldn't remember. Yeah. I remember watching that show a bunch as a kid. Then I tried to rewatch an episode like last year, and I did not like it. I guess I'm too old for that specific show. But I still rewatch Arthur and what do they call it? Team Umizumi. It's a real old one. But yeah, I still rewatch like stuff like that. So I don't think like it being like for kids it's like much of an issue, at least for me. Because I still watch the older stuff like that. Oh, also the Magic School Bus. That one's really old. I never saw it actively come on. Like I never saw the new episodes as they came out. But I have seen like reruns on like different channels, so to speak. Yeah, that was a very good show. Very scientific. Then I could just add like each vertebrae separation after I color it in, because it would just look weird and overcomplicated if I wait till after to color. If I color it before, I should say. I loved Lazy Town as a kid. Yeah, I sure did. I can't remember, but I think I wanted the villain to win. Most likely I didn't. But I remember back in the day, I used to have a trend for villains. Pause. That did not come out right. But yeah, I used to root for the villains to win sometimes. Like Invader Zim, I wanted to help him destroy the human race back in the day. But yeah, that was just for Zim specifically. That's good. That's good. Alright, let's just do like the shoulder blade, so that goes to about here. That's fine. This is good. This is good. I'm gonna make just the shoulder blade slightly darker. Then back to white for this. But yeah, Lazy Town, that was so neat. I remember like up until I found out about it again fairly recently. I used to think that show was like a fever dream, because like I was just wondering why there was a human there, but everyone else seemed to be puppets. So we're gonna do that, and that's good. Alright, so let me see. I just wanted to see something because I needed to make it a little bit darker for me. And hopefully it didn't do anything for y'all. Alright, no, it did not. Alright, so just do that. Then again, it hurting my eyes might be keeping me awake. Alright. Oh, my main fave 10 as a kid, though, was Pippi Longstocking, specifically the movie, The Adventure of Pippi Longstockings. I don't think I heard of that one, but like my favorite show as a kid was Invader Zim. That show was just peak hilarity, peak comedy. Like, that show influenced so much of who I am now, like, comedy-wise. Alright, so let's just add this to the bones. Skelly bone, Matty Joe. Alright, that's just waiting to fill up the whole screen. So let's just put that there and there and there. Need to watch it. It's currently free on YouTube. Alright, I'll check it out. Yeah, let's see. I have to remember to watch it like after the stream. Alright, so let me just go ahead and make this a yellow. I'm gonna make this bright again. Yellow. And let's make this pink. 2 pinks. Alright, let's make it 1 bit darker. Alright. And I almost forgot 110. Alright, there we go. So there we go. There's the Skeletor one right here. And yeah, maybe I'll do these into like shorts or something. I don't know. I remember the shorts that I did in the other live stream did not do well, but maybe it's because they were 5 minutes, and these ones, due to being way more complicated works. Tell me what you would think after you watch it. It's your favorite kids show from my childhood. Alright. Hippie lawn stockings. I'll remember that. In fact, I have a book right here. I could write it down. And let me just get that real quick. Back hippie. I hope I'm saying that right. Let's see, where's the words? And oh, and I have to use the bathroom. Alright. Well, I wrote it down, so I will definitely check it out later if it is on YouTube. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use it. I'll be right back. Until then, just enjoy the music. I'm gonna turn it up. Excuse me. Alright, please enjoy. Alright, what? Please enjoy this. Right. Is the music too loud currently, or is it fine? Can't believe I dropped my sock, and it was a beautiful sock too. Uh,
Our might shattered in an instant. The greatest minds.
right, the music in that movie, specifically the intro, is so good. All right.
It was the demon of nightmares who undid our
And so let's see, which one is the last one I did?
It's time for revenge.
Right, skeletal.
Every single world cowers in our
So let's do the check mark right here. I'm just doing whichever secondary color I have at the moment. Oh, here's the link to the movie. All right. I don't think links work in YouTube Shorts, but hey, now I have the link. I can just copy and paste it after. Thank you for putting it there. And let's see, Rivals, Inferno. Oh, I like this song. And let's see, what shall I make? What shall I make? Button. I don't see how that could possibly work. You know what, just for the fun, I'm just going to take this prompt and take it extremely literally. Alright, so go ahead, copy that. Lower that a tad. I'm taking that literal. Alright, so this one, an onion. Just let me know when you watched it and tell me your thoughts. Alright, I will. Alright, so let's go ahead and make this kind of like a yellow onion. Not quite like that. That's about right. Let's add a bit of green to this side. Let's do this and make it darker. Yeah, I just needed like an easy one real quick. And let's make it shiny and glistening with its oniony goodness. Alright, so let's just do that. Here we go. And then, alright, so there we go. Yeah. Sleep in the daytime and now it's nighttime awake. And I wasn't even sleeping during the daytime out. I still haven't slept yet. So, once you watch a movie, can I request that you draw Pippi from that movie? Alright. I will do it. Alright, so let's see. Blunder. Alright, let's see. What shall I do next? So far, I did Skeletal, which is my friend in Bones. Heavy, an Elephant Man. Starfish was Patrick dividing on himself. You are welcome, Manitou. Mustache, that one's my weakest one. And Stin. There's a Hornet Nest. Then we have the deal with Alistair and Husk. Or shall I say Alice and Husker. Huskester. There's also an Onion and the Arctic. Of which this man needs a little sign in his eye. Anyways. Sorry. Alright, let's see, drink. I've actually made a comic that has a firefly in it. So it should be easy to do that one. Alright, so let's see. Got all of those. I don't think I'm gonna do all of them, so let's do shredded. Why not? Let's do that. Did you do there yet? I have not. You want me to do there? I could do there. But yeah, I'll do there if you want me to. Yes, alright. And there shall be done. Let's move this prompt list down a little bit. I'm putting check mark over every single entry that I've completed. I remember making a deer. I don't know if I made a drawing time lapse of it, but I made a pretty fancy deer back in the day. And I'm gonna do it again from memory. Hopefully. Let's just do that. Alright, 210. Alright, that's better. Spooky zombie there. Alright. Fun fact about that, there's actually a disease called zombie deer disease. And to my knowledge, humans cannot get it, but they say that humans should still be like slightly concerned because I believe it's one of those fold and prion diseases. It's one of those things that doesn't have a cure, and it's heat resistant, like heavily. You can cook any surface that a folded prion touched, and you are not going to get it disinfected at all. It's horrifying. Anyways. But the disease makes the deers, they don't really turn into zombies, but they certainly look like zombies. What happens is, like with those deers, their skin starts to rot and fall off of them, and oftentimes their ribs are exposed. It also causes them to change their diet, where they actually start to eat their own feces and urine, which is the grossest part, in my humble opinion. But yeah. So that disease just makes those poor animals eat their own poop instead of grass, which is a gosh darn shame, if I do say so myself. But yeah, I think it's definitely like something worth like reading up about, especially like if you hunt for deer, because I heard that there were rumors around like that it can, if it were to affect humans, it doesn't, but like if it were to, it would take like 5 years for any symptoms to show up. It's already been 5 years since they said that, so I wouldn't worry or put too much faith in it like at all, but it's still like a fascinating topic to learn about. Anyway, so yeah, those zombie deers, those portents. I'm not gonna draw one that looks exactly like one, but I'm gonna do pretty close to it. Like the deer that I drew like a long time ago looked a lot more like a deer. Right, so I'll draw like what it was. I want to see you draw a zombie deer, maybe one half broken antler. Alright. I can make this antler the broken one. And speaking of broken antlers, have you ever seen this awesome show called Sweet Tooth? It's on Netflix, if you have it. And so, like, with this zombie deer disease, the deers are often known to, like, look all skinny and straggly. So, they would kind of look like this. Like, have you ever seen a Sweet Tooth, by the way? Because it stars this deer-human hybrid. And, let me just say, it is one of the best stories that I've ever heard. Like, you see so many stories, and the stories... What was that? Right. It's probably fine. Anyways, you see so many stories, and the stories are of... I don't think that last rib is necessary, but I like it better than the other one, so I'm just gonna scoot it over. Like that. There we go. I heard about it. Well, if you can, I highly, and I mean highly, suggest you check it out. Like, just watch through the first episodes. You should be able to, like, catch the vibes from it by the first episode. And if you don't like it by then, it's probably not your kind of show. But let me just give you a little rundown. So, what happens in the show is, it's, where the heck did the chat go? There it is. Alright, anyways. What had happened was that, let's see, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the show. So what had happened was there was like this, apocalypse. Now, this show came out a little bit before COVID, so it's considered like, kind of like guesstimating it, how it happened. Like a prediction. It was just funny at the time. Anyways, so like a virus wiped out most of humanity, killed everyone, and most people died or they're waiting for that. Now this show is like a family show, so in spite of most of the people on the planet dying, you can like sit down and watch it and not have to worry about too much violence. So yeah, and then it stars this one animal hybrid kid named Gus, because like after the disease started spreading, um after the disease started spreading, every single child that was born like an animal human hybrid. Now it sounds weird, but it has an explanation to it. I don't really care for the explanation very much, but it was a good enough explanation, and it left a satisfactory ending to the story. It's not something you would be held up on or anything like that. So yeah. So basically, stars him. He goes on a journey to get to, what was it? Where was it? I want to say California, but his mama was not there. That boy was trying to find his mama, and he ain't never met her. But it's a very, very good action indeed, a very action oriented show. And yeah, this guy that's there that actively hunts the hybrid kids, he actually decided to save Gus. That's the name of the dear boy. And it's actively said that Gus is the only one that can talk. By season 2, they just threw that right out the window. So and just let all of the hybrid kids speak. Then otherwise, why was Gus so special? And I find that to be some BS, because when you saw that they were chopping these kids up, they were hunting them. I feel like these kids would be these hybrid children in Sweet Tooth. They would be begging for their lives. I don't think they would just be sitting around there silent to the point where them being surprised that the dear one could talk would actually be a 10. So I think it's one of the plot holes of the show. Excuse me. But yeah, that's one of the plot holes of the show. This man's torso is way too big. Oh well. So anyways, let's just go ahead and do this. Yeah, this man's torso is too long. Going to have to evict some of it. Right. Some of this man's torso has been evicted from the rest of the body. And so there we go. Got rid of you, and there we go. And so that's pretty good. That's good enough. A white beard could be interesting, but we're gonna go for mild realism. Excuse me. But yeah, you should definitely check out that show. Oh wow, that burp smells horrible. Anyways, you should definitely check out that show when you have the time, Sweet Tooth. Like, trust me, if you're anything like me, you will probably binge watch the first few episodes. What that turned out is, but that's fine. So, just gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna add a nice little clackety clack to that. Clack, 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 and clack. Copy that there, and nice, happy little leg right there. So we got there. Let's do shredded. Oh shoot, Halloween Town is on. That movie is pretty cool, especially in these times. Now that I'm older, I can truly appreciate the special effects that was in that movie. It's pretty cool. Alright, so let's see. I think I'm gonna go ahead and make the hand right here. Alright, robot voice is here. This tracked a bunch of folks for some nonsense recordings. I don't know why I didn't like robot voice rather than my normal voice. But, that's their prerogative, I suppose. This fancy steel. These tools look unfortunate. Anyways. And the robot voice is gone, and I assume the viewers will be too. Don't know why folks like that so much better than my own. Oh well, must be the way I talk. Right. Well, now I'm starting to doze off a little. go. There we go. I can mix all kinds of raggedy. Creatures like this werewolf are gonna be in my show. The show at Cryptic Adventures, Chloe and Caleb that I'm working on. It's gonna have these werewolves in it and stuff. This is pretty good. Alright, so I got to 2 hours at least here. Remember to press the like button, it helps get the video a lot further. Covered the entire tin due to that little area not covered. Oh, there's another one elsewhere.